Good morning, students. Our next topic is continuity and compact sets. So the theorem is continuous image of a compact set is compact. It means if we take two topological spaces x and y with topology tau and tau dash respectively, and A is a subset of x. F is a function from x into y, which is continuous function. If the set A is compact, then its image under the continuous function f, that is compact in y. In order to prove that f of A is compact in y, we have to prove that every open cover of f of A has finite subcover. So let us take an open cover of f of A denoted by the collection E, which is the collection of members Vi. I belongs to the index set. Every member in this collection that is open in Y, and by definition of open cover, because this is open cover for f of A, so by definition f of A is contained in the union of Vi. Here I belongs to the index set. Now let us denote the inverse image of these Vi is equal to Gi, and because the function f is continuous function, and if a function is continuous, then inverse image of every open set in Y will be open in X, and because Gi is the inverse image of open set Vi, and Vi is a subset of Y, so this set will be open in X. So we can say that Gi is open in X for every I belonging to the index set. Now from the equation 1, taking f inverse on both sides, so we get f inverse of f of A is contained in f inverse of union Vi. Now this can further be written as union of f inverse of Vi. Here I belongs to the index set. Now f inverse of Vi is denoted by Gi. So from here we get f inverse of f of A is contained in union of Gi. Here I belongs to the index set. Now also the set A is contained in f inverse of f of A. So we can combine these two. A is contained in f inverse of f of A, and f inverse of f of A is contained in union of Gi. So from here we get A is contained in union of Gi. Now because these Gi are open in X and A is covered by their union, so we can say that the collection of these Gi that forms an open cover for the set A in X, and we have denoted this open cover by E star. Now because the set A is compact subset of X, so by definition of compact, every open cover of A will have finite subcover. Therefore there exists a finite subcollection of E star which covers A. That finite subcollection we have taken consisting of the members Gi1, Gi2, Gi3 and so on up to Gin, such that A is contained in the union of these members. Now substituting the value of Gij, Gij is f inverse of Vij. Now from here f of A is contained in f of union of f inverse of Vij. Now this can further be written as union f inverse of Vij, and f inverse, that is identity, and identity of Vij, that is Vij. So we can say that f of A is contained in union of Vij. Here j varies from 1 to n. Thus, we have obtained a finite subcover for f of A, which consists of the collection consisting of the members Vi1, Vi2, Vi3 up to Vin. Thus, we have proved every open cover for f of A has finite subcover. So, by definition, this proves that f of A is compact. So, this completes the proof of the theorem continuous image of compact set is compact. Now, in the next theorem, we have a topological space X-top, which is Hausdorff space. Hausdorff space means distinct points of this space will have disjoint neighborhoods. A is any subset of X which is compact. Then we prove that A is closed. It means we have to prove that compact subset of Hausdorff space is closed. In order to prove that A is closed, we have to prove that its complement is open. Complement of A, that is denoted by the set X minus A. We have to prove that X minus A is open, or we can say that it is tau open. Let us denote the complement of A by the set V, and we have to show that V is open. Now we know that a set is open if and only if it is neighborhood of each of its points. So in order to prove that V is open, we show that V is neighborhood of each of its points. So let us take an arbitrary point X belonging to V. Now we claim that V is neighborhood of the point X. Now let us take a point Y belonging to A. Now because V is the complement of A, so X and Y, they are distinct points of the set X, but X is T2 space. So by definition of T2, distinct points of X will have disjoint neighborhoods. So for the distinct points X and Y, we have a neighborhood GY of the point X and a neighborhood HY of the point Y, such that these two neighborhoods are disjoint. Now, for Y belonging to A, we have Y belongs to HY. So we can say that A is contained in HY, and HY, that is contained in union of HY. Here Y belongs to A. So from here we get A is contained in union of HY, where Y belongs to A. Now, if we take the collection E of the members HY, where Y belongs to A, then this E is an open cover for the set A, because A is contained in their union, and A is compact. Therefore, every open cover of A have finite subcover. Therefore, there exists a finite subcollection of E which covers A. That finite subcollection we have taken consisting of the members HY1, HY2, HY3 and so on. Last member is HYN, and A is contained in union of these members. Now, corresponding to each HYI which contains the point yi, let us take the set GYI containing the point X, such that these two sets are disjoint. Now, let us take G is the intersection of these GYIs, where I varies from 1 to n. Now, finite intersection of open sets is open, so we can say that G is open. And because each GYI contains the point X, therefore we can say that X belongs to intersection of these GYIs. And this set is denoted by G, so we can say that X belongs to G. Now, in the last step, it remains to prove that G is contained in V. Now, because for every I varying from 1 to n, intersection of GYI with the set HYI, that is empty, and G being the intersection of GYIs, that will be contained in each GYI. So, combining the two, we can say that intersection of G with each HYI, that will be empty, and therefore union of these sets, that will also be phi, because every member is phi here. This can further be written as G intersection union of HYIs, that is phi. Now, because A is contained in union of the members HY1, HY2, HY3 up to HYN. So, combining the two, we can say that G intersection A will be phi. It means G is contained in the complement of A. Now the complement of A, that is the set V. So we can say that G is contained in V. So we have proved that X belongs to G is contained in V, where G is a member of topology top. So by definition, we can say that V is neighborhood of the point X. Now, X was arbitrarily chosen point of the set V. So we can say that V is neighborhood of each of its points. So this proves that the set V is open set. V is open, therefore its complement will be closed. The complement of V, that is A, therefore A is closed. So this proves that compact subset of Hausdorff space is closed. This completes the proof of the theorem.